Hey guys, welcome back to more of This Is the Police. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy this too as we continue on. We have Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Uh-oh. Also we have retired police officer Thomas Blaine, that guy up there, who shoots a pregnant woman, who we thought was a suicide bomber. Mayor Rogers says city has no problem with racist. I bet he's, I bet so, Mayor, I bet so. Politics. I go to work.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
A dead body. Pills. Close second.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
What can you do? Your friends are your friends, and you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't, either way, so agree to help. Always agree to help.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank.
Yep.
At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
Nah. Life ain't fair though, dude. Okay. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called Last Temptation of Neptune, but I didn't have time to get to the ending. I'm almost certain the killer was the general, the house cat. You know, I simply cannot rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish the book? No, you can do it after your shift. But, yes. This is when things get a little complicated, but since I've already gone through it already, should be pretty easy for me to go through. Oh, what are you? Don't you leave me here. Yeah, why not? Perfect one after dealing with Kendrick, so... Alright, request to City Hall. No matter your personal relationship with the city's administration, your police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. So, City Hall. Decision from City Hall depends on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of the requests. So only ask for what you really need. Well, I need it all. Give me it all. Especially a raise. I would love a raise. You too, YouTube. Give me a raise.
She said if you want my frequency,
I made 12 bucks. Not bad. And tomorrow's the deadline for City Hall. Still not gonna do it. Disorderly conduct. Early morning, there's a dirty pistol bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers. Yeah, and also probably dissuading them from eating. But Stovall, take Birch Jr. and go.
910 in progress.
Alright. Robbery. Touch Dionysus liquor store. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Somebody take Vandal, Adams, and Birch with SWAT, please. That's a lot of people I know, but...
311 in progress.
Alright, fight hot dog vendor reported they saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Just nothing but a bunch of hound dogs.
don't you leave me.
210.
Alright, they got that bum.
Looks like we have a situation
The shop has
here.
2 exits from which a few people have already fled. Sneak up the back door, into the store from the main entrance, drive a patrol car right through the front window. No, sneak up through the back. Stick-up man notices police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding his gun to the hostage head, shouting back up for a blow his goddamn face off. Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in some unknown language. You and mash out your face and drop the weapon. Quiet a duel would make things more complicated. No, silently take aim at the robber. The robber grows visibly nervous. Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll just take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. The cashier begins to cry. I'll let you leave upright, but only if you release the hostage. Shoot the robber. There's only 2 ways out of the shop. In cuffs or in a body bag.
910.
You see the swab, right? Give up. And he did. Alright. Robbery. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Liang while she was on her way to the pawn shop. Beasley, Moser, Marlowe. Proceed. It's a hot one, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned at the beaches of Freeburg, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. Birch Jr. That means that I gotta wait a little bit longer for this.
311A complete.
Alright. Offenders escaped. Damn it.
212
Oh
progress.
well. Don't worry, we'll get some more people. Give me one more person. Come on. There we go. Destruction of property. The gallery exhibit entitled Sex Operation. A gang of young people and schemers force their way in and begin smashing the exhibit, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city!" Alright, alright. You, Vandal, Adams, and Birch. Alright, the investigation has started here. Alright, Mrs. Leong, me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. I was going to pawn an antique necklace which has been in my family for many centuries. Wow, that's pretty old. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. Mr. Fisherman. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. Tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or woman. Miss Olivares. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket, like other bikers who hang around at the street corner. Miss Phillips. It was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. I didn't see a weapon in his hand. I just saw him grab her bag and ride off. Kind of bad. Alright, let's do that shooting on the countryside. Jack, this year the organization of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules for the annual shooting contest. It's now featuring teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd really love to do well in the competition. Very well. Take Robinsons and Grant. Or Robbins, excuse me.
Complete.
Yep. Excellent. Robbery report. Aha, frames. So, while she was on her merry way, someone in a bike came up to her. They went ahead and snatched the bag, and then they drove off. Bingo! Kyo Yin Lin, a Chinese immigrant recently expelled from the university. There's no reason to be a bastard.
211 in progress.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Time, time! We did good here. Time! There we go. Alright, vandalism right here. At the Atticus Tower, a guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. And let's do this before time runs out. There we go. Oh, I have no SWAT this time. Damn it. I used them up. So, here's hoping we can get this. I mean, we got Stovall on the case. And, well, yes, it would be nice if I had Samadhi on there, who also had bars, but Adams should listen. Adams is a young, youthful lady that will try and make a good impression. They did. Alright. They bagged their person. Good thing we didn't need SWAT for that, but I still like to have SWAT anyways. Alright. More experience, more experience, more experience. Excellent.
211 complete.
And they caught the kid in the tree like a cat. And now it's time to end the day. Looks like tomorrow's going to be a long one, or a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. I can only imagine. There you go, that's our team right there. And Stovall and Birch, man, they're both exhausted. Jeez. Well, that was a good thing, man. We bagged ourselves some criminals and got some people, arrested. We got some people on those detective cases, too. That's the one thing I gotta focus on, or make sure I focus on. So, hey, thanks so much for anyone watching. Hopefully you are enjoying This Is the Police. Thanks again. Have a good one, and see you guys later.